Delaware in the building. Y'all ain't ready for the Delaware takeover. Y'all not ready for this unique style and creativity that everybody in the world wants to see. Nadj and Jay is bringing it, and everything they bring got that Delaware swag.
Hey everybody!
Hey everybody!
Happy early St. Patrick's Day. I am excited. I don't like your attitude. Two of my favorite. There are two of my favorite alcoholic beverages: Guinness and Jameson. Tequila's my favorite. But if I really had to just let everything go and pick one, it would be Guinness. So, you know what I'm saying? St. Patrick's Day is on Friday, and I'm stoked. And this is, me recognizing that.
You're stoked.
I'm stoked.
You ain't going nowhere.
I'm stoked.
You ain't doing nothing.
I'm going to sit at home and drink my Guinness
You
and
do
Jameson.
that every day.
Haters,
what makes
go on,
this different?
hate.
Swift, God.
You want a history lesson on...
No, I don't. I absolutely do not.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome to your evening sip of local news, what's happening in real world mess. I am Nadj Nicole, the singer, the mother, the wife, the talented. I am amazing. I am blessed.
Oh my. My name is Jay Street
Don't
Jr.
hate. Don't hate.
And I'm the singer, songwriter, educator, artivist, youth advocate, and let's party.
Okay. Okay, I like that.
I just pulled it out of my tail.
I like that.
There you
I
go.
think we should do that every time.
I think that we should
Stay
offer...
10 toes down on it.
What if you have like 11 toes? All right, go ahead. Sorry.
I would wonder if maybe...
Nope.
Okay. So we're still in Women's History Month. I would like to honor my middle sister, Erin.
Hey, Ron, what's happening? What's happening? Shout out.
She, I don't want to give full details, but she has been on this journey of following her dreams, and she's really into gems and crystals and diamonds and all those things, and she's certified and everything, so she took a leap of faith to go meet with a company to further her career. And, I know that sometimes when you have kids as a mom, young babies, starting over somewhere is scary. But with the support of our family and, just her built-in strength, my sister, stepped out on faith. And I think she is going to have a really good outcome from this. So I just want to say I honor you for your bravery and always striving to be better. And you are women's history for me.
That's beautiful like diamonds in the sky.
That's her favorite song.
Oh, snap. Wow. Beautiful like diamonds in... Okay, sorry.
Okay. Who are you honoring?
I'm going to honor Mom Dukes. You know what I'm saying?
Mama J.
I don't know how there's any way that I could get through a women's
For
history.
her to tolerate you for the last 56 years of your life.
56, whatever you want to say.
Man.
But my mom...
I honor you too.
Let me say a couple of things. Number one, my mom is 5 feet tall, 90 pounds, and I was an 8-pound baby.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? So right from the beginning, she put
And that was just your head.
She put in some work. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm telling you that my mom is my biggest fan, if you put me next to Stevie Wonder and had us do a show side by side, my mom would be like, Stevie ain't nothing. That's my boy. And if you want to know why my head is so big, y'all can thank my mama. But no, Mom,
Don't say it like you always do it. JJ.
and like I could not ask for a better mother, a better supporter, and someone who is just always excited about everything I do. So any of the confidence, the real confidence that I have comes directly from her. So love you, Mom. And that's there's no way I could skip her on Women's History Month. Yeah.
Yay! Okay, so what did we do over the weekend?
A lot.
Yes, I'm exhausted. I'm recovering.
Are we going to go right into? I mean, I'll let you go. Y'all let you tell me when to get ready.
Well, we went to go stop by the Sold Firm. They had bottles and brushes and bottles. I know I got that wrong. Darn it. But, girl, you know I love you. You know. And we actually got some footage that we're going to show you. We had a really good time. She gave us info on, information on how she got it started, and Elize was there teaching the people how to paint, and we got a good interview with her. But we also had a red dot, and you will see what that does to you.
The red dot got me out like a thought. Oh no, so not you, me, got me, just me. I would never call a female a thought, not on camera. Never would I do that. The red dot got me hot like a thought. I think not.
Oh.
When I rhyme with what I got.
Oh my.
And without further ado, everybody, check out. Wait a minute. Listen.
He is so excited.
Listen, hold on for a second, y'all.
Oh,
Because you ain't never seen this on our show before. We are about to show you a pre-recorded segment that was captured and edited over the weekend. And without further ado, we present you Nadj and Jay at the Soul Firm with Nataki and Elize.
Okay, we got Black Girl Magic happening. So tell us, where did the idea come from?
Actually, when I opened the gallery in 2019, it was just about exhibits. And then I realized that this was an extension of people being able to meet the artists in a more intimate space. And they're not confined or feel obligated to buy a piece off of the wall and exhibit. So with this was a way for them to connect with the artists and then be able to create artwork one of a kind and still take artwork home.
Yeah.
And also to give a vibe, because we talk about so much like there's nothing to do downtown in Wilmington.
Yeah.
So creatively, we know that it's like a desert when it comes to creativity. But I wanted to at least give something that gives you that vibe. We dance here, we party, we have drinks, shots, and it's a lot going on in here. So it's something that people have been asking me to bring back since. I haven't had one since 2019 because of COVID. Okay. Didn't have anything 2020 or 2021, and then last year we brought it back.
Okay.
Yes.
So Erica's the first one who was the first artist?
The first artist, her name is Roll Up and Paint. She's from Jersey.
Okay.
She was the first one in 2019, and then James Wyatt in 2019. And then when I picked it back up last year, it's been Elize.
So it just clicked. You are using the artists that you've worked with to teach the general population who are not artists. or
No. Keep going.
Yes.
Inspiring.
Oh, right. Like, number one, that's brilliant. Because where do you see that? Like, even and not to belittle, Sip and Paint or the other franchises or whatever, but usually it's just somebody who is hired who knows the template and the palette, and they teach you, and that's it. But these are actually artists that you've worked with, that you've helped sell paintings for, that you've done galleries with.
Yes.
So is that, like, what was the story behind thinking about that?
It honestly was just knowing that everybody that comes in here, they want to come to our gallery, and some people feel uncomfortable with it.
Why?
Because they've never been to one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I met people who live in New York that came to this gallery and said they've never been to a gallery before, and they lived in New York all their lives until they came into the Soul Firm. So I think so one of my jobs is to make people feel comfortable coming to an exhibit, to a gallery. The other thing is, I didn't want people to feel like this was uppity, like you cannot come here and feel comfortable. And so this is a way for them for all of us to engage in a community setting, very limited because the space is intimate. So we're not getting a bunch of people in here. Like, I've seen ones, it's like 1,000, 100 people add on. And so when you're in a space like that, it's really hard for an artist to connect with you. Right. You may never see the artist all night long. Yeah. But in this setting, you will be able to speak to the artist. It also helps the artist be able to speak to the public. I've noticed that a lot of artists, they're not comfortable with talking. So when you do something like this, add a little wine to it, we get a little comfortable.
So the main thing that I'm thinking to that point, and that I never thought about regarding this kind of thing, is you normally think about, especially I think, sort of the visual arts and painters, you think that it's like a very solitary thing that happens, in a confined space in silence.
Right.
But this is a social setting,
Yes.
and this changes that sort of stereotype, you know what I mean, about what it is to create, which is, I think, is really, really cool.
Yes. And so,
Hey everybody, we are here with Elazay,
Lady of the night.
the lady of the night, and she is here teaching the folk how to paint. So tell us what this is, a picture. Is it a painting yet? Can I call it a painting or do I call it a photo?
You can call it a painting. I mean, it's got paint on it.
Okay.
Yo, she played you from the rip. That was hysterical.
That was not meant to be shady.
Well, it was, and it was wonderful.
No.
That was fantastic.
Well, thank you for watching, Nadj. So, who is this?
It's Queen Latifah.
And what was the inspiration behind it?
Women's History Month.
Yes. Yeah, duh.
See?
Not duh like that, but yeah.
All right, now the two
No,
of you.
I don't mean like that, but that,
The
yeah.
two of,
I'm sorry. That was not meant to be shady at all.
it's okay. I love you. It's all
I
right.
love you. Oh my
So,
God.
have you done something like this before?
As far as what?
In terms of this kind of a setting, like create with a group of people and kind of teach them?
Yeah, this is what, the fourth one we've done?
Okay.
This is the fourth one so far.
Okay.
It's been interesting. It's forcing me out of my comfort zone because I'm usually away in my basement. Like,
Right.
don't talk to me, don't bother me. So
Right.
What have you learned about yourself?
I can do this.
What, I mean, outside of the fact that normally you're creating in solitude, what is different about this and how has it been good for you?
It forces me out of my shell and allows me to interact with people on a human level. It just builds community. When you bring people out that want to do something that haven't, like she said before, people's like, oh, there's nothing to do in downtown Wilmington, and we're creating things to do and meeting people, because she also allows space for people to network and promote their businesses.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of inner workings going on. Like it's a great time.
I love it.
What y'all think about that?
Oh my God.
What y'all think about that? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
That's a first, and I'm. God dog it. All right, go ahead.
You really did something there. I'm so proud.
Yeah.
Like, we really been working hard.
Step by step, y'all.
Day by day.
But shout out to Nataki for
Flowers.
continually putting on dope events and
Yes.
for really leading the charge in so many ways about leading the charge of bringing art to everyone
Yeah.
and bringing everyone's art to everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I mean? So we love you, Taki, and thank you for the time and thank you for the invite. Yeah.
Yes. Over the weekend, we also went to the Oscars showing at Theater N. We got all dressed up. And, wait, you're not showing the picture yet. No, we're not talking about the Oscars just yet. We're just shouting out, giving flowers to Theater N. He's so ready, he ain't even listening.
Yep, keep
he
on.
ain't even listening. So I just want to say, thank you, Theater N. We love you.
Yeah.
If y'all haven't already, I ain't even send a picture. But my husband finally revealed his haircut in real life.
I've never heard of such a thing. He's a very good-looking man, but I've never heard of getting a haircut and having a full photo shoot about it. But whatever works. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny.
So,
It's hysterical. I mean, he looks fantastic. All right. Sorry.
he looks amazing. So, go to his page and show him some love. Who do we have flowers for this week? Santangela.
Yes.
We call her Santa Angela because she brings us gifts. But, go ahead.
No. First, I'll give two shout-outs, two sets of flowers with this, actually. So one more set of flowers to the Peak DuPont E3 Foundation for hooking us up with her.
Yes.
But we've been working with Angela Wagner at this point for about how long? Has it been maybe 6 weeks or so? No, it's been much longer than that. It's been months.
Before Christmas.
Yeah, it's been months on months on months.
Yes.
So, at the end of the day, from my end, she has been helping us to put into place all of the things that we've been missing in terms of business, really. And we are very typical as artists in that we're really good at creating, you know?
Yeah.
We will create and come up with ideas. Nadj has a million ideas. And I have ideas and I'm pretty good at like implementing them and kind of obsessing on that end. But at a certain point with any artist, you are giving all of your time to creativity and obviously don't have the time to do a lot of the day-to-day business stuff like putting together a website, like getting a basic business license, all of those things that we've been doing with Angela to make sure that they're in place for the first place.
Yeah.
And also because at some point in time, if we're doing things right, we're going to have to deal with success. And if we don't have a certain infrastructure in place before that happens, you know, that's how things can quickly crash and burn when you didn't expect it to. So not only have we had just really good chemistry with Angela, like she gets our personalities, you know, we can be slightly inappropriate, you know, and just have fun in the conversation, but she also has a certain creative spirit to her.
Yeah.
And it's been really helpful and enjoyable for us to work with her. So look her up if you need, you know, if you need a lawyer and if you need someone to help you specifically with entertainment law, I would say.
Within your business.
Within your business.
Yeah.
You know, look her up because from our end, we've had a fantastic experience so far and she's slowly, you know, kind of squeezing all up in the Nadj and Jay family. So, you know, thank you for helping us, plain and simple. Yeah.
And also to William Penn.
Yes! Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
No. This one excites me. So let me pull this one up. I'm sorry,
Okay.
but this one really does excite me.
And
this is more of a story.
to go.
No. So everyone doesn't know this story because number one, everyone isn't my age. But if you have followed the state championships for basketball this year in Delaware, William Penn made it to the finals this year. Now, before I give you the whole story, this is kind of a story. The head coaches of the team are Gary Lumpkin and Tail Davis. If you are around my age or older, you know that they played for William Penn back in my day, back in the 90s, and they won the championship for William Penn, I think in 95 or 96. They were, you know, basketball stars by anyone's measure, and they both went on to college. I think one went to Xavier, and I think one went to Virginia Union, HBCU. I think Tail went there. If I'm messing up, I apologize. And they went away, and they had successful college careers. And at that point, you know, once you finish college, you can do whatever you want, you know? I mean, they're smart guys, they're athletic guys, you know, and they have a lot going for them. And as time passed, you know, they're my age, you know, they could be anywhere at this point. This is 20, 30 years ago almost. And they came back to Delaware. They both started coaching on the team that they played for. And now the two of them have brought over the course of like 2 to 3 years, they've taken that team and brought them to a state championship level.
Wow.
They lost the game, but it was a really, really close game. And quite frankly, that's not what ultimately matters, because what I love about them, just in terms of that story outside of that, is they're also like, listen, I was told not to apologize. They're men's men. These are men. They're the kind of men that our young men need. And they could do anything. They could show up anywhere. But it is absolutely beautiful that these two men from my town, who were athletes and scholars because they went to college and men's men, came back and are giving other young men something so positive and a perfect role model for you can be successful in Delaware, leave Delaware and come back. And the idea of coming back and giving back, it doesn't get any better than that. I hope, I hope, that they win a championship next year, 3 years from now. I don't care. But like what they have done and are doing by being stars and then coming back to give back in such a manner is incredible. And I just want to show you guys a quick picture of them now. I couldn't find an image of them together in high school. I maybe could have dug a little bit harder, but I couldn't find what I was looking for. But these two guys, they're brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been friends since way back in the day, and they both came back to give back to our boys. And the boys,
they were on the team at the same time?
They played at the same time. They played at the
wow.
exact same time. And you know, I honestly, besides flowers, thank you to. And I don't have a real relationship. I don't really. I've seen them both out, but they probably wouldn't know me. But they've always had sort of an urban legend about them because they were such good stars. And I've never heard a negative thing about their personalities either. So thank you two for doing what you've done with our boys because it matters the most.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah.
I love that. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations, William Penn.
Yeah.
What's going on in Delaware?
A whole lot.
All right, Thursday. The big package is at Theater End. This is a 10-piece band. It's a band. It's a 10-piece band, live band, soulful, funky, all that good stuff. It's Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. You can buy tickets at theaterend.com. My God. Saturday, hike and brunch at Rockwood Museum, starting at 10 a.m. and it's $40. I want to go to a brunch.
I can dig it.
Oh, man, I don't know about the hiking part, but definitely the brunch.
Oh my! You like hiking?
But the thing is, I just want a brunch. I don't feel like hiking right now.
Okay.
I want to be in the mood to hike.
I hope they hike before the brunch because that wouldn't work well even for me. But
imagine getting bubble guts while you hiking up a mountain.
no, so hopefully
And you're hiking up a mountain and you feel something with diarrhea.
I can dig it. That was good. But like that was good. So
You see that?
Wait. That was funny. I hope that they are walking first so they come back hungry and then can eat. Otherwise, I'm going to sleep. And now I'm gonna have the diarrhea song in my head for the next 2 days
Then
now.
you climb up a mountain and you feel something wet. Diarrhea. Diarrhea. Oh, man. And then Sunday, I will be performing alongside G-Jones, Intakana, and J Street for the Oddly Dope show starting at 6 p.m. I'm really excited. It's a full band, and we've got some classics. What we're going to do is go back. And all the songs that we crooned to when we was a little too young to really be knowing what these songs was talking about that are relevant to us now because we're adults, but we still croon to, that's what I'm going to be performing. And I brought my buddies along with me to help me execute these songs. I'm really excited. Scoob and the Boys is the band.
Scoob and his band is they're
ridiculous. Yes.
Savages.
So this will be at Oddity Bar, 6 p.m.
Shout out to Oddity for putting on these kinds of events.
And Delaware Music Network.
Mm-hmm.
And G-Jones for calling me and, having faith in me to be a part of this show. So I'm excited. Make sure you guys come out. I think tickets are going to be $10 sold at the door.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll see you there.
Yeah. I'll be there with my camera trying to catch it. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And if you haven't seen Jay's photos that he's been taking when we go... Can you stop?
Yes.
Remember, we are amazing. We're great. We're going to take compliments.
And I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to apologize. All right.
Jay has been really doing great with his photography. And the last couple shows we went to, he did photography, and they were phenomenal. Everyone has been ranting and raving about them. So if you want someone cheap, someone dirty, this is your guy.
The big package. So I will say thank you. But the reason that I have been taking it seriously is because, and I had a conversation with Jahidi about this a little bit, is that a lot of these events don't get the attention that they need and deserve. And it's important that these things are documented properly so that when we go back in time that we know this is what happened at the Queen with Darnell and here's some good pictures of it,
I mean, believe it or not, Facebook is a time capsule.
I get it, but like if it doesn't end up on Facebook, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you taking them photos and posting them,
yes,
you're contributing to our history.
Well, I'm honored to be present and able to capture what's happening. So yeah, I take it seriously.
Yeah. Local news. I like singing the segments.
Okay,
I don't know why.
I support that.
All
I support it. I mean, you're a good singer. You're a great singer.
Okay, Condé Nast. Is it Condé Nast?
Condé Nast.
Condé Nast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So basically, they put Wilmington as one of their top destinations for 2023. So again and again and again and again, our city is dope. There's a lot to do. You should stay, and if you haven't been, you should visit, because of everything from Darnell Miller to Barday Estate. We got it all, to Nadj and Nicole. Like, we have all the things, you know. I'll leave it at that, but it's dope. I don't hate. It's frustrating that it might take a big organization like Condé Nast to validate us, but we have already validated ourselves because we know that Delaware and Wilmington specifically is dope. So I'm glad that other people are recognizing it, and hopefully everybody watching this also can recognize that internally. You're in a dope place, and if you add more to the dopeness, it gets doper, which is double dope. Yeah.
Legalize it.
Yeah. Long story short is making lead weagle. Gonna make some lead weagle for everyone. Making weed legal, you know, to possess and smoke is back on the table. I think it passed in the House, and end of the day, it's gonna come down to Governor Carney signing it, and he's vetoed it at least once, I think twice at this point. And I don't know what kind of amendments they're making, but as someone, again, who doesn't smoke at all, I sort of have an interest in maybe CBD and some parts of it, but, like, it is wildly absurd that...
So...
Yes.
I was listening to something. I can't remember what it was. But they were saying that a lot of people... A lot of states, don't want to legalize recreational weed because they make more money when the dispensaries are in the state, right? Mm-hmm. So they get tax dollars from the dispensaries, and then recreational. Okay, so I'm in. No,
so I wasn't going to open up this can of worms, but you are spot on.
Oh.
Because a lot of what is being negotiated behind closed doors is making sure that when it's legal in a dispensary in Delaware, that everybody who wants to have their hand in the pot gets their hand in the pot the right way.
Oh.
Sorry, you heard it here first. I'm not the first person to say it, but that's a lot of what's going on, and it's kind of nasty.
You know.
Let me get my company together first to make sure I get my cut and make sure that all these, I'm not, that's not specific, but like those kinds of things. Like, let everybody get it teed up.
Shares,
everybody get it teed up on, so that when we hit it out the park, everybody's got their, like,
Everything is a money grab.
And
everything.
It's like, and
it's sickening.
And the bigger point, besides the money grab itself, I understand, like, the state should be making money off of it. I think it's a good way for the state to need necessary revenue. But the problem is that, these situations often cut out the little guy. So if you can't get access to real capital, if you can't get access to $2 million, then you're sorry, you can't pay for, just the basics of licensing. You know what I'm saying? So all those things, and that's where it gets nasty. But in the least, it should be legal in that way. And I'm not going to get into all that, but I'm glad you opened that door up. I wasn't going to really go there, but
I didn't know that was...
No, but that's a part of it,
I just remember hearing
politics. It's not just, we don't like those rock and roll, long hair, weed smoking guys in our backyard. And it's more than that, so
wow.
I'll leave it at that.
God almighty. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, late last week, Sun Valley Bank plummeted.
Oh, I didn't think you were going to bring this up.
Yes. So on Thursday, it dropped 60%.
That was great. That was so funny. All right, I did that on purpose, by the way. All right, you got it.
The ghetto.
You have no idea what just happened there, and it was totally
ghetto.
on purpose. But go ahead.
So Sun Valley Bank plummeted Thursday 60%, and then on Friday an additional 70%. Today, the U.S. government announced that, on Sunday, the U.S. government announced that they will be depositing, basically they're going to help out. Okay, I'm trying to read and pay attention to what he's doing on the side.
I didn't do anything, and at this point, I'm here.
I thought you was pointing at me.
No.
Long story short, it's sad that the bank is doing what it's doing, right? There are people on Facebook who are upset and are starting to get a little paranoid. And I'm just here to tell you, baby, your little $250 money market account, it ain't in jeopardy, baby. It's okay. You all right. Your little savings account that grandma set up for you 30 years ago that you've only, deposited $40 into, that only gains 1 cent every 5 years. It's okay, honey. You ain't got to be paranoid. All right? It's okay. Calm down.
But I in as much as that is true, that is absolutely
oh my God,
accurate.
another bank went down.
They're coming after my 350 that I'm about to overdraw anyway. When I know, and we're all there. And listen,
I got money coming in.
Most of us are in that boat, so don't feel bad if you're
Right.
in that boat because I am swimming in that
But
sucker.
I'm gonna need y'all to take it down.
Like unless you own a
Come
basketball team or something like that, you alright, player.
Your little tax.
I better get my tax refund because that thing's about to.
I got some money coming in.
No, you don't.
And these banks is
no, you
failing.
don't. Neither do
First
I.
of all,
I got a direct deposit debit card.
you
It's
got
gonna be
people.
all right.
You got people talking about. Well, we FDIC insured, so I know I'm
I'm
covered
gonna keep that 500
for at least $250 down.
No.
That's right. Your $1,200 is not going nowhere.
But the bigger point is, and we're joking, not joking, is that this is the second biggest failure of a bank in the United States history.
Yeah.
And it's like, I couldn't be more ignorant when it comes to financial stuff. You know what I mean?
You gotta keep it under the mattress.
But you really need to, apparently, because, like,
If you're that worried, withdraw. Take it out of your cash
And that's
app.
kind of what everybody did.
Okay.
But that's why that happened.
Yes.
That's literally what happened. Is they're like, but
Check your shoe
the
boxes.
CEO made a doofus comment saying we ain't got no money, basically.
Everybody's like, well, let me go get
and
my 350.
and all of the Silicon rich people were like, oh, out, honey, take out the money, and everything
Child.
folded. And like, it's just this is why nobody trusts financial people at the end of the day, because you always feel like it's like going to the mechanic. You always are like, yo, there's some shenanigans going on here. Then I can't look under the engine and tell what's going on myself, but something don't feel right, because it's just like, it's a shame, and I could go off on quite a rant right now about this, and it doesn't affect me, but it's like it's just a game, What is your actual product? What is your actual skill? I'm not saying there's no skill there, but what are you giving to our culture, as a finance person? If you're a finance person, I apologize. I'm not trying to offend you. I shouldn't apologize. Like, I get it. If that's your thing, I will eventually have finance people trying to manage my couple of beans. Okay, so I get that value. But at the same time,
Your couple of beans.
at the same time, I believe in capitalism and I believe in the free market, but at the end of the day, it's really not a free market like it should be. And these guys control the system like puppets, and then take giant risks. And when they go wrong, they get, Uncle Sam to bail them out, and it's not cool. And I'll leave it at that. And the banks didn't get actually bailed out yet, but the people who had the money, they are protected. But it's like, what's happening? Biden's walking a fine line. Like, you don't want to, have a thing avalanche out of control, but you bet not give them people some money for messing up that money they know they shouldn't have messed up in the first place. And I'll leave it at that.
Oh my. Long story short, your rent money is in there. You be all right. The Oscars happened last night, and like I said, me and Jay were invited to the Oscars showing at Theater N. They had a red carpet, they had a backdrop, they had food, baby. They had barbecue meatballs, coconut shrimp, macaroons. I wonder if the macaroons came from Hotel DuPont. So yes, it was.
My understanding is that all of that food was made by, people like people like was made at home. Like all that stuff was made. Maybe they bought the macaroons, but like the meatballs, like they're all special recipes that people made at home, and they just kind of brought it in like a potluck. So yeah. I'm serious. I'm not playing. And we ate. And we ate good. I'm not playing. I had the scrimps. I had vegan meatballs and I had regular meatballs, and there was like a whole comparison because one of the staff people, I forget the lady's name. I shouldn't say staff people because that's not the right way to say it. But someone who is who helps Theater and run did the vegan meatballs, and she has a special sauce. And there was, I think it might have been Andrew. Was it Andrew who tried to make the meat version of it with the same sauce, and there was like a comparison of which they preferred, and I liked them both. And I'll leave it at that.
There was champagne. There was champagne. Angela Bassett.
Did you know that the champagne was made by Jamie at his house? In the bathtub.
You know what? Let me just get to it.
He has a
I
bathtub.
don't do potlucks. I don't do them, okay? I don't know how people's house look. I don't know if they got animals in their kitchen, on their counters. I don't know if they got bugs. I don't know if they wash their hands. I love my theater and people. I love them. But I don't eat at everybody's house.
I
So
do.
That's why my face is like this.
I am the GOAT.
Although I appreciate 100% the fact that they had a beautiful event.
Let me get my mic close so you can hear me. Anything that you put in front of me as the local trash compactor GOAT, I am here for it all. Thank you, Theater Inn, for feeding my narrow black arse.
Well, we saw the Oscars. I definitely have never been a fan of the Oscars. Because they don't cater to my people the way that they should. But I was really excited. I was really excited about the possibility of Angela Bassett winning her first Oscar. Because this woman has had a career. I'm talking about a career, baby.
Are y'all ready for the picture? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for the regality?
She showed up winning already. Okay.
I mean.
She showed up winning. Look at that dress. Look at her face. Her skin, flawless.
Listen, that is a
beautiful woman.
That is genetic perfection mixed with intelligence, mixed with
class,
and with talent. And it doesn't get any higher. It's like for her, it's like Angela Bassett and Claire Huxtable. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I shouldn't say, but Felicia Rashad.
Yes.
But Claire Huxtable.
She looked amazing.
Like that's as high as it gets. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, she did not win the Oscar. People have been trolling online, of course, talking about that she had a sore loser face and blah blah blah. And it's all, who cares? She deserved it. Jamie Lee Curtis, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have only known her to be in one movie, and that was Halloween. And I thought that was too long of a life.
I haven't seen the movie. What's it? Everywhere.
I don't care.
No. Everything, everywhere, all the time.
Everything.
Oh, man. Everything, everywhere, at one time, all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Everything, everywhere.
All at once.
All at once.
I haven't seen it, but listen. We wanted Angela Bassett to win because she's our very own queen. But I do understand from what I've been told that Jamie Lee Curtis did an excellent job in her role. So we are not knocking Jamie. I've even seen black people even say like Jamie did a bang up job in that role and that it was a great movie. So I'm not knocking her or the movie. It's just, if you're a fan of Angela Bassett, it was a perfect opportunity for that to be her moment, and it sucks that it wasn't her moment.
It was an interesting show. I've never watched the Oscars in its entirety. It was a struggle. It really was. The jokes were so dry. They were
Jimmy Kimmel is really not that funny.
Bad. And then when they brought the donkey out, I was offended. Where is PETA? I was bothered. Leave that poor baby alone.
Tell you what though, you give me some coconut shrimp, give me some champagne, I'll come to any party. What do you want to do? What are we talking about? Where are we going? I'm in 1,000%.
I said
You know what I'm
donkey,
saying?
not you.
I consider myself a donkey.
Wow.
I really do.
You know, I really do question. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
The cringe.
Mm-hmm.
The straight cringe. A lot of people looked fabulous. A lot of people looked like zombies. So yeah, it was a thing. It happened. We were there. The best
Hollywood
part
is a strange thing, man.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It just was, Rihanna showed her belly bump.
I thought she sang fantastically. And can I say this? Okay, so in as much as I was not impressed by the musical performance at the Super Bowl, I was impressed by the pregnancy, okay, yep, it's Rihanna, great. I wasn't moved by the music of it. She sang last night. I really enjoyed that performance. She really she pulled it from from the depths, and I really dug what she gave in that performance. So
That's nice.
Yeah.
She looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the Oscars.
Yeah.
Black China got her silicone butt shots
Hold tight. Keep going.
and breast implants removed. She removed them because she is on a journey of self-love and betterment, and she's changing everything about herself. And honestly, I think this is beautiful. Next, she said she's going to get her face fillers and stuff removed. She says she already feels a lot better. What I really liked was that in her videos when she was talking about what she was getting removed, she was saying to the ladies, like, she was explaining what implants versus shots were and this and that, and she was being really transparent about all the procedures she's had done. So however she plans on living her life, and I assume based off the interview I saw her do with Jason Lee, she's really focusing on her spirituality and self-love and being a positive influence on her children. So I wish her the very best, and I hope that she loves what she ends up with. Someone said there was a celebrity who was talking about getting their body done, and they were saying, if you want to get something done to your body, that's cool. Just make sure it's for you. Make sure that you understand it's for your own self-love and self-worthiness and everything. Don't do it for other people. Don't do it for the applause. Do it for you. And I wholeheartedly agree. At one point I wanted to change things about myself. So just wanted to put that out there for the ladies who are worried about how they look and if they'll be accepted and blah, blah, blah. How do you feel about you and how you look? So
I do sincerely wonder. I had some shade to throw, but I honestly don't even feel like it right now. And it's a big discussion in terms of, what modern medicine and science can do with a human body. You can do a lot of things to yourself that aren't God-given.
yeah.
But I really wonder, excuse me, when you take things out, how does that,
Child, I have no idea.
you know what I mean?
No idea.
How does the skin go back in place? And I wonder what that's like.
I don't
You gotta re-tighten and you know what I'm saying? Because the skin stretches to fit whatever you stick in wherever, and then you have to just figure, do you have to cut off more skin because it's been stretched? How does that work? It's actually, it just sounds.
That's scary.
It's scary. And even to put it in is pretty wild.
That's terrifying.
just think about what you're actually doing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you got to get stuff replaced. I am a complete believer in freedom. And a person should have every right. If you want to put
a light
a
bulb
guitar
in
in your leg and, have the strings exposed so that you can play like this, have at it. Do whatever you need to do. But some of this stuff is dangerous. So really consider how you have to weigh your health and well-being physically and psychologically in comparison to a beauty standard that is often fake on IG and on
It's always fake.
that is often like so. Yep, and that is dictated by a culture that might not even be your own. You know, it's a fine line. You know, like why are you really doing this? Do what you want. Do what you want, but be careful.
Yeah. Okay. It's raining worms. Hallelujah, it's raining worms.
You can't do that
yeah.
again. If you ever do that again and don't give me some kind of a heads up so that I can get that, and I'm playing. But that should have been. Go ahead.
It's raining worms in China.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so China has not explained. China has not explained what those worm-like creatures were. Many have said that people were walking around with umbrellas and the cars were lined with worm creatures.
Wait, can you slow this down? What was reported? It's raining worms?
It was raining worms.
Okay.
Raining worms in China. They have not confirmed what those worm-like creatures were. And they were on the cars, and people had on umbrellas because they didn't want to get smacked in the face with a worm. And so some scientists have said that based off something that happened similar in Norway in 2015, basically when a storm does the funnel thing, it pulls up bugs and insects and carries it to the next. But China hasn't said this has happened. But based off of that, right? Some people have also. Where am I looking? What are we doing here? Okay. Some people have also mentioned the idea of space worms.
That's ludicrous. That's ludicrous.
Or
How
is
it?
It
It is. But I will say that I am a very calm person, and it takes a lot to really freak me out to the point of panic and screaming and that kind of a thing. Like, I am generally here. If I go outside, especially if I'm with my babies, and my hair,
My hair.
my hair.
My hair. Oh my God. I can't get worms in my hair and my baby's hair.
I am going.
We gotta get in Debo.
I am going to squeal like a pinched pig, and I'm going to run in an aimless direction and just go, and that would bring me to the brink of that. All you see, any bit of masculinity that I have in my body is all the way out the door, and it is straight panic.
Let me tell you something. You want to see Nadj in rare form? Let a bug fly on.
I'll have nightmares for the next 2 months about that. No way. Raining worms. Oh my gosh. That is awful.
And they're sitting on the car, and these are fat worms. These aren't like the little.
Oh, absolutely not. Oh, and I'll pick one up, but now that's different because you don't know why it's happening, where it's coming from. I'm assuming that the world's ending. At that point, there's no explanation. Oh my gosh, I'm running, and I'm not coming outside for months, and I'm assuming that the final trumpet has sounded. That's what I'm assuming has happened, and I will see Jesus coming back, and I'm just gonna have to repent for my sins and claim that man for the final time because ain't no way life is about to go on after this moment.
It's safe to say we're not going to China anytime soon.
Not if that's up in the air, pun intended.
It's raining worms. Hallelujah, it's raining worms.
You know what would have been funny? Like, what were the worms thinking? Like, what in the world? Why am I up?
Wait. No, they don't have arms.
One fell in like something's ear, like, you know what I mean?
Oh my God! Imagine you're like looking up at the sky and then just.
I don't even like to hear the story. I'm not gonna sleep. I'm not gonna sleep well just thinking about this. God, dog, I wish you would have given me a heads up on that one. Moving on.
Oh my God. All right. It's everyone's favorite segment. Florida Man.
I'm gonna do something with the drum. I didn't know.
All right.
Go ahead.
Are you ready?
This is all on you. Are you ready?
Wait.
All right.
What
Tell
you
me when
about
you're
to
ready.
do?
Put it all on you because
You're
it's
gonna-
Florida Man.
You're putting it on my camera?
Anytime Florida Man comes on, it's all you.
Okay. Hold on.
Tell me when you are ready.
Hold on. Oh no. Ah, okay.
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
Florida Man, go.
Okay. Florida man accused of stealing $430,000 worth of crabs.
How?
Why isn't this? He stole it. He stole them out of a warehouse, and he stole the crab legs.
How? How many crabs is that?
$430,000 worth. It was the Russian king and the Opilio snow crabs.
Well, I don't know how that could be. How many crabs is that?
He's the plug.
Did he
They
put them in
caught
like
the plug.
an 18-wheeler? That's a lot of crabs. I can't say crabs and not think about STDs, quite frankly. But I'm sorry. I'm ridiculous. I'm sorry. I hear crabs, lots of crabs, and I'm like, oh my God, crabs. I'm thinking. Also, way off topic side note, do you know that I sang the part and was reviewed in Opera News for singing the part of Crabman in Porgy and Bess? Yeah, I said a lot there. I'm giving the good camera.
What? Oh, where did that even come from?
Crabs.
Oh, crab. How did he steal the crabs? Did it come from 18-wheeler? It makes me think of STDs. Oh, I sang Crabman, Porgy and Bess.
I'm talking about them devil crabs. He crab.
Well, thank you for watching another.
Devil crab. All right, I'm done.
So am I. Thank you so much for watching this foolishness. I swear, folk, like you're just gonna ruin my life one day. I can feel it.
Good night and good luck, everyone. We love you, and we will see you next Monday. Hopefully, we'll see you Sunday at Oddity.
Yes.
And warm regards.
Sincerely.